FM 100, it's Ryan and Michelle in the morning. Is this Lauren Daigle?
Hey, Ryan. Hey, Michelle.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
We're doing well. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. This is such an honor. I appreciate it.
I have a very important question for you. Do you get up right out of bed and just sound amazing the second you open your mouth?
Okay, you be the judge, because I just woke up about 15 minutes ago.
You sound amazing. You sound really good.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, you know what is so funny? My friends and I always laugh at this because the BGVs that I travel with, the girls, they will wake up right off the bus, and they're singing, they're joking around, they're cutting up, and I'm the girl that, wakes up. I immediately have to start, gargling with water, because my voice is so deep in the morning, it's like it drops an entire octave. So we always cut up and laugh because they wake up and they just start singing, and I wake up and I am definitely a voice that has to be warmed up. I can't just jump from the gate.
Like with a nice hot cup of tea to start the day?
Oh, yeah. Or coffee. And lots of it.
Well, hey, maybe those abilities to jump from one octave to another is what helped you out with those Grammy Awards and the Billboard Music Awards and the AMAs and the sold-out tours. I got to be honest, it has been so fun to watch your journey. It's been an amazing journey, and I'm just curious if you've got a favorite memory so far that this journey has brought you on.
Wow.
I know that's a loaded question, but it's just, I'm watching you, and it's just a surreal journey.
It's a surreal, when people say it back to me, it really does blow my mind. It's surreal for me. Just as you're saying that, I'm like, really? Did all that happen? I think I have two experiences that were just really, really special. One of them, it was the night of the Grammys, but afterwards, everybody said, what are you doing? What are you doing? What party, what party, what party? And we actually threw a little party. We rented this space in Malibu and threw a little party of all of my some of the closest people in the process, in the music environment. So it was my manager and her husband, my producer and his wife, my parents, my aunt, my grandmother, my best friend from high school, and some of their really good friends from Australia and stuff. And we all sat around the table and told these profound stories about what the music has done, and we just toasted literally till 4 a.m.
Oh, wow.
It was so much fun just sitting there, recounting stories and really, not just going out and going crazy, which I love to celebrate. I'm a celebration junkie. I was just telling someone last night, I could have a party at night. I love to celebrate. I love just making memories and allowing moments to be lived up. But there was something really beautiful about after that wild week, that crazy time, just going back and sitting and reflecting on everything. It was really beautiful. And hearing the ocean behind us was not a bad thing. And then another memory that was one of my favorites was we went to Statesville Prison.
What?
And got to sing in the prison. And that...
Cool.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
That, hands down, it was one of the most insane things I've ever been a part of. And I went back ever since. I went back just to visit the guys, not to sing or anything, but just to visit them and hang out. And I kid you not, guys. What I'm about to tell you is so crazy. But we were sitting in this, it was a men's group. So all the men sit in a circle. There's about 20 of them. And they do this study where they can get a seminary degree. And they all sit around, and this was just the time of question and response and that sort of thing. And this one man, we have to list out our passions. And this one man said, well, my passion is getting out of here. They told me that I'd be able to leave, and so I'm just honestly counting down. Y'all, no joke. He's sitting there, and it was maybe about an hour later, he gets a tap on the shoulder, and this man has been fighting to leave for 20 years. Not oh, I'm fighting to leave this week.
Yeah.
Literally for years. So he gets a tap on the shoulder, and they tell him his papers came through. I am sitting there with him. He's in the blues, the prison closing. By the time the group session ends, he leaves and we stay and we finish the group session. By the time we leave, he walks out of prison.
Wow.
He was there for 30 years and wrongly convicted.
That's crazy.
Like, he didn't do the crime that he was there for. So he gets out 30 years later. I was like, are you kidding me? And had it not been for music and getting the opportunity to sing there, I don't know if I would have ever witnessed, because you can see people leave prison. That's profound in of itself. But to be sitting in prison with them as an inmate and just randomly he gets a tap on the shoulder, it's the day that they let him go. And I watched his family run and embrace him after 30 years.
What an
Crazy.
incredible moment.
I got to say, I'm so glad that I asked you that question, because I was going to ask you how it makes you feel knowing that just your songs alone help people, and you just answered the question. So what an unbelievable story.
Oh, man.
Unreal.
Oh, it's unreal. I just can't believe, like, the power of a song, too. It's profound. Like, these guys, they'll paint things and they'll send in letters and just say, you have no idea how much your songs are just filling us up, because they don't have internet or anything like that there.
Yeah.
So, and then just hearing people, on a day-to-day basis, I'll just get stopped walking across the street or whatever. People say, oh, you have no idea, I listen to your songs on the way to work and they just mean so much, or my child is going through a really difficult illness and we listen to your songs in the hospital.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. It's such a blessing to be a part of something this profound and this beautiful.
And Lauren, speaking of your music, I mean, the very first time I heard you say, I got goosebumps the moment I heard it. I'm like, this song is going to be huge. There's such a great meaning behind that song. And, that song turned out to be such a huge hit. And now you're on to your next single.
Yeah, crazy. When we sat down and wrote You Say, it was the first song that we wrote after my first album. So it had been 2 years after that album had released, and it was kind of like, all right, let's go back to the drawing board. And it was the first song we wrote. And I remember getting up from the studio after writing it, making a demo. I ran to my manager's house, and I was like, I think we have a song. I didn't expect it to happen this fast. I thought like it was going to take, it had been 2 years since I had written. I was like, I thought it was going to take a long time, but I think we have a song. And I was freaking out. And just to see how much further that song went, it honestly has been so incredible. And to see Rescue get to follow, I think I'm definitely pinching myself. I never thought that You Say would have what people in the industry call crossover success. I didn't know that was going to happen. And it's so wild. So then to not only know that now we have that song had a beautiful opportunity, but now we have the opportunity to let Rescue come out. It's crazy. I'm about to start running around. I'm sitting on my balcony right now. I'm just about to start running around.
And, you mentioned that with the new single Rescue, I do have to ask two things real quick. Coming off of You Say, I would love to know what you want your fans to get out of the new song. And also, I've gotten the travel bug lately, and I watched the music video for it. It is beautiful. Where in the world did you shoot this video? I have to know, because I got to put it on my bucket list.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so we went, and I highly recommend doing it this exact way, because it was unreal. So that is the Knik Glacier in Alaska. It's
wow.
Knik. It's insane. It is so beautiful. It's like miles and miles and miles. And we had to helicopter in to every location.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's where Batman was shot, the Avengers movies was shot.
Oh, you're talking my language.
Yeah, they filmed a lot of movies out there. And we went in by helicopter, so I definitely recommend doing it that way.
Okay.
Did you kind of feel like a secret agent going in a helicopter?
Okay, we absolutely felt like secret agent because the pilot was a fighter pilot in the military. And so he knew all these maneuvers and stuff, and he was just telling us all about it. It was the best experience. I was like, okay, I literally sat there and said, how much does it cost to get a helicopter? Because I want that to be my new toy. I was
That's
like, forget a car, let's get a helicopter. This is amazing. But it was so much fun, and the scenery was so breathtaking. I just remember standing on the mountain just thinking, man, the hope that I feel here, the freedom that I feel, it's like just staring at something that profound, that much bigger than it yourself. whenever I was there, like the perspective of these glaciers, it really obscure because you're thinking there's no way that this helicopter is going to land on that ice. Like, it's so jagged. And then they say, oh, no, that one piece of ice that you think is just a piece of ice, that is actually the size of a football field. Then it starts to lower, and you're like, wait, what? Like, you can't. I would say, can we fly over there? Like, I want to see what that looks like. That's stunning. And they're like, that looks like it's like a 4-minute flight. That's like 45 minutes away.
No concept of distance.
Your brain, yeah, it's so wild. And so because we were out there, it's really honestly just like that feeling of I am so small and this is so grand. Like, there's this element of hope, there's this element of joy and awe that you get in a setting like that. So that's what I want. That's my goal with the music video, is for people to feel that same sense of wonder as they watch.
That's really cool. And now I've got to ask, you're from Louisiana. I hear you're all about the culture down there and the food. What are some of your favorite things to do or eat when you get back home?
Oh, my gosh. Louisiana, it is still probably my favorite place on the planet. I just love where I'm from so much. We're crazy down there. So
I know.
Favorite food. I love eating my dad's shrimp and grits. He takes an entire block of Gouda and puts into his grits. And I love crawfish. I mean, hands down. And then favorite thing to do, I would say, well, last time I was there a couple weeks ago. My cousins and I, my sister, we went mud riding with like ATVs and stuff at midnight, and that was really fun.
Whoa.
Girl, you're surprising me every second. Well, we're really appreciative of the time. We really, truly appreciate it. And I know you're coming to South Haven on October 10th, and we can't wait to see you at the Lander Center.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. I look forward to it. South Haven always brings the best crowd.
And Lauren, thank you so much for waking up with us. I'm glad we could be the first people that you talked to today.
Yes, thank you guys for being so available. I appreciate y'all.
All right, go drop or I guess gain another octave. Go have some tea, okay? Or coffee.
Y'all are so sweet. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
girl.
Bye.
Have a good one.